Hey everybody! So this video is going to be in regards to more diaper bags, and the reason I wanted to touch base on this again is because I put it on my blog. If you guys follow the blog, I purchased a bag by Timi and Leslie and did a lot of research on it before I made the purchase, and was very happy with it. So much so that I put it on my blog, and Timi and Leslie ended up reading the blog themselves, so I was really excited about that. And keep in mind, I bought the bag myself. I have the receipt to prove it from Bye Bye Baby. And sorry, I just ran up the stairs. So got the bag and really enjoyed it and got a lot of compliments on it. Now, this video in particular is just kind of giving a heads up to what I think might be a really good move by Timi and Leslie in regards to their response to consumers saying that their bags weren't holding up as much as they wish they were. So I got my bag at a retail store. Now there are two versions of this bag. There's the Timi and Leslie Charlie, the first version, and if I'm correct in this, there's another one, the Charlie 2. So the bag that I had before was in the light tan version, and I purchased it at the store, and I used it for about 5 weeks maybe? No, about 4 weeks. And I noticed that on the sides, nowhere where a strap is holding or nowhere where stress is put on the bag, it was starting to kind of separate and tear away from the piping. So with the fact that I don't carry lots in my diaper bag, lots of heavy stuff, you guys have seen my diaper bag, it's not that bad, I was kind of confused. I thought maybe it was just a defect. I chose to believe it was a defect. So instead of taking it back to the store, I actually contacted Timi and Leslie directly, and I asked them, it might be a defective bag, what should I do? Send it to you for repair, or do I take it back to the store? Well, they were awesome enough to send me another bag, and I was going to send them the defective bag and cut out the middleman. So it happened very quickly. Their customer service was amazing, and I got the bag the very next day. So that was fine, but then upon looking at it, I felt like the bag wasn't the same color. They're both called the light brown. Then this is where I started to think they made a manufacturing change somewhere along the line. Both were light brown, and when I sent her, the customer service rep, when I sent them my copy of the receipt says light tan. But when I got the bag, it was labeled light brown. So, I don't know, but I'll show you the difference. Okay, so this is the new bag they sent me. They sent me this version. Okay, very nice. All the accessories, it came very quickly, but there were just some structural differences on this bag versus my old bag. It was a lot sturdier. It had more shape to it versus mine was more of like the hobo style. It kind of sunk in the middle, which I liked. It didn't have a lot of structure like this one does. Another thing was the top of it, like this top part right here, the fabric, or it's a PVC, so it's an imitation type of leather, but it seemed less pebbled and more shiny than my previous bag. So overall, I just started noticing some structural differences, and besides that, I wasn't too thrilled about the color. My original bag was light tan. It was more of had grayer undertones, and this one had a lot more red in it. And people thought I was crazy, and I was like, it's different. It's a different bag. My fiance's like, it's exactly the same, and I'm like, no, it's different. I swear it's different. Beautiful, yes, but just different than what I wanted. So I went to the website. I thought maybe there was a clerical error in sending me out my bag, and I really didn't want to be like a pain in the butt about this whole thing. So I kind of toggled, but I was like, wait, overall though, I still paid money for this bag. Like, whether we're robbing Peter to pay Paul or whoever, like, I still came out like over $100 for the bag. So defective or not, I really kind of want what I want, you know? So though I appreciated the effort in sending me the bag, I really, struggled with keeping this one, or do I get the one I want? So that was that. I ended up calling my store to ask them if they had one more version of my bag left, and they did. So the plan was for me to go ahead and send back this bag, or send back the defective bag to them, to Timi and Leslie. But what I ended up doing today was taking the defective bag back to Bye Bye Baby, and they clean exchanged my bag for the bag that I wanted. So this is the newer bag, the one that I wanted from Timi and Leslie, from Bye Bye Baby. This is my bag that I wanted, the color that I wanted. So as you can tell, I don't know if you can tell, this is what Timi and Leslie sent me. This is the bag I originally bought at one time from Bye Bye Baby and went out and got again. So they are a different color for sure. This one is just light tan. So that's what that looks like. Okay, so I got them home and I was like, yep, back where I started. This is fantastic. I got my bag back. We're back in business. I was going to send the Timi and Leslie bag back to Timi and Leslie and say, hey, thank you so much for your swift response. But I ended up finding my bag that I wanted in a clean exchange, and I'll send you guys back the new one that you sent me. Here's what the problem was. So I was just downstairs right now, and I was looking at my bags side by side, and I was concerned maybe that the same issue would happen again. And here's what happened when I had the first bag. There's piping right here, this clean piping all along the edge. You see how it's designed to kind of flap over? Right here in the corner on both sides, it started ripping and cracking. So you got these corners that just cracked and split. And I was like, well, how do I make sure this doesn't happen again? So I looked at it, and there was like a clean, kind of like a sealant, a sealed plasticky piping that seals the hem, right? So I was like, how do I make sure this doesn't happen again? And then when I looked at the new bag, it's completely structurally different. It's more sturdy, I would say, than this version. So here's what I'm deducing. I'm deducing that this bag that I love, 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 it's a softer material. It's not as shiny up here on the top. It's more pebbled. Structurally, it's different. And that's probably why it's so much more flimsy versus, and hobo-y, versus the new bag is got like a weight to it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's hefty. And I couldn't figure it out, but then once I looked really closely, I was like, well, holy cow, that's the difference. This piping no longer exists on the new bag. The new bag has this like three layered stitch going on. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's a thicker hem, and there's no more like plastic sealant piping. It's all material sewn together. It's 3 layers versus just this flimsy, not flimsy, but 2 layered, if that makes any sense at all. Yeah, it's really bizarre. I'm going to put this on my blog too, so you'll see what I'm talking about. But structurally, the new one, but not the color I want, is just more sound. It's just, even inside it's thicker. The changing pad is thicker. So now I don't know what to do, because I'm stuck between, I can hold on to this bag. I love the color, and that's what I originally wanted. And I hope that it can hold up to the demands that it needs to meet for my lifestyle. Just getting in and out of the car and jumping back and forth and putting down my shoulder and my child crawling all over it. I would hope that for over $100, that regardless of which bag I picked, anything that's on the market with the Timi and Leslie name would be solid and strong enough to, you know, run the test of time. Just by looking at it structurally, though, they are very, very different. And I will say that if this is Charlie 2 that they sent me, it does seem stronger and more substantial than the original version. The original version, I'm assuming, hung out at Bye Bye Baby for a while. You know, they probably, it's a different color, so I'm assuming now this is their new version of light brown versus this one. But I loved the old version, so I'm a big fan of the color and the hobo-ishness of it. I really had no problems with it, so now I'm torn between 2 bags. It is a good bag, and it's gotten better, I will say. If this is the new Charlie 2, then you have nothing to worry about. It is stealth how they put it back together. So I think they really listened to the consumers as far as like what they wanted in a stronger bag. I remember reading about all the buckles breaking and the straps popping off, and they really did reinforce those things. So that's good. I wish it came in this color though. I just really liked this bag, and I really wanted it again. It's just a really sexy bag. No, there's nothing wrong with the darker brown. I just really liked the muted undertone of this one. So different strokes, but yeah, these are available on TimiandLeslie.com. I paid for mine, so it's not a paid review. Honest opinion only. And instead of taking it back, I still liked the bag, so I just wanted a new one that didn't have the structural defect. So that's it. I got my bag at Bye Bye Baby, and I think it was $160, but if you use a coupon, you can get 20% off. That's it. So if you have any questions, comments, leave them down below. Follow me on Twitter. I'm thevonda83. Check out my blog. I'll leave my blog down below. It's themodishmommy.blogspot.com, and you can find pictures of me unboxing this one when I first got it. So any questions, leave them down below, and I'll talk to you guys later.